Hey guys, welcome back. So today we got a 2021 GV80. Customer complained that when you're moving the steering wheel, there's like a creaking or rubbing noise when you turn the steering wheel. So before, what I did was I isolated the issue, and the noise is coming from our joint. It's gonna be in there. Let me grab a light. So I isolated the issue, and it's coming from our joint here at the very end here on our steering, and there's a rubber here. I'm gonna remove this panels here so we can easily see. So what I did first was I lubricate that, because I think it's the rubber and the shaft that's rubbing to each other, and I can see marks on it, right? So what I did was I just spray for some silicone on there. The noise was gone on that day, and I think after a few days or a week, the customer came back again with the same noise. What I did next was I put a zip tie on it just to hold tight on that rubber on the shaft, and it was gone. And then it's after a few days, a week, the noise is still there. So I called the whole assembly, our universal joint. So today we're gonna be replacing that. I don't know if we can hear it. I'm gonna try to start the vehicle and hear that type of noise. Okay, so let's try this. There, like I don't know if that's the right sound, but yeah, I heard that. There. There. Yeah, so that's the complaint or the noise that's happening. So we're gonna do that repair, and since the engine's still hot, I just let it sit for a while. So I think this is gonna be a straightforward repair, I hope. But our joint, one of the connection there is gonna be under there, right? There's one bolt there. So I'm gonna remove our air intake here so that at least I can access it. If it cannot be accessed, we're gonna try to lift this vehicle up and see if we're gonna turn the steering, if it's gonna be accessible, that bolt. But as much as possible, we don't have to turn the steering wheel, so that you know, we don't disturb the steering alignment on it. So I'm just gonna remove this air box here. It's just pull up our cover here and this guy, like that, and then just put up your whole air box. Okay, so that's out. So we're gonna be trying to access that bolt there and remove, but still hot, so I'm just gonna wait for a little bit. Let's go under the steering column area and remove some trim panels there. Well, first we're gonna remove this side here, this side panel. I'm just using a flat screwdriver here and use trim tool to remove the panel itself. Okay, put that aside, and then there's gonna be two screws, 1, 2, and there's gonna be another screw here at the bottom. Okay, next will be, we're gonna remove this panel. You just have to pull it. Okay. And just remove your connectors attached to the panel. And remove your OBD port connection. And just press the side of it, the tabs there. So that's out. Next will be, so that we have more space in here because we're working on this side here. I'm gonna remove our knee airbag here, so it's holding 10 mm bolts there. This one should just slide out. And then just remove your connectors here. And then we're gonna be replacing this whole thing here. You can see there the white grease. And if I'm gonna push this guy here, where should we put our light? Like that. Oops. Okay. And if I'm gonna push this, I can see some marks there, right? So first will be, we got a 12 mm there. I'm gonna remove that, so it should be, you can be able to pull it, push it down. The challenging part will be the one on the engine side, right? So I'll wait for a little bit, and then I guess I'm gonna try to do some combination of extension or whatever socket so that I can fit correctly there on our bolt on the engine side. Okay, so I just got a long ratchet there and a deep 12 mm socket. So, and I went through here, so that's good. I can loosen it. Well, we don't have to, you know, turn the steering wheel and put it straight. Okay, let's see if I can remove it by hand now. Oh, that's still tight. Okay. Okay, I got this ratcheting wrench. Let's see. Okay, that's good. Oops. Okay, so I'm just gonna remove that because, okay, so you can use your left hand. I think it's more easier. Earlier I was using my right hand and I was about to just, you know, turn off the camera, but anyway, that's good. There we go. There's our bolt. As per server's information, you need to replace that. And now we're gonna go inside. The issue this one is, if I'm gonna remove that, this shaft will fall down. I think I need something to hold it so that it won't fall down. Okay, let me look for something. Okay, I'm gonna try our brake caliper hook. So I'm gonna, okay. Okay. Don't move. Why? I should be able to push that shaft there. Okay, oops. Oops. Okay. Okay, let me put my hook first. Okay, so that's how it looks like, our hook, caliper hook there in our shaft. Make sure you just, eyeball it, the position of that slot on that shaft, right? So here's a new one. Make sure you just eyeball it like how it's positioned on this one. So that's how we're gonna install it back. But you should just line up one way, because our steering shaft here going down to the steering rack to the wheels, that will not move. So that should be stable there. We should not be worried about that. So let's go inside the car again and let's start removing the other end of the shaft. Okay, so we're under this steering shaft. I'm gonna remove the bottom part here first. So that's 12 mm. You need to replace the universal joint bolt too, so we're gonna replace that. And then we're gonna remove our mounting bolts here. There's 4 12 mm. We need the extension. Okay, let's see. This guy should go down. Okay, good. The position is, well, we're not moving anything, so the slot will be just in that position as long as you don't remove your steering wheel. Okay, so be careful when working underneath and not to move the steering wheel. Okay, so just pull up. There you go. Okay, so here's our old one. Let's see what's going on here. I don't know why it's making noise. It's just a rubber. Unless it's just dry. But yeah, so you can see there's a mark there in here. Before I spray all this kind of silicone and whatever, it was rusty in there. So you can hear that. Okay. So let's see the new one, if it's making noise like that, scratching noise. Here's our new one. And by the way, here's our part number, just in case if you guys want that. So I'm just gonna remove this boot here. Oh yeah, it's smooth there. That's good. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. Next is we're gonna position this guy here. We remove our bolt like this, so we're gonna position it like that. Okay, I'm gonna put this in. Okay, that's good. Let's put our mounting nuts here first, so that this guy is in position. Just use your impact gun. Okay, that's good. Next is our bolt here. We just have to line up this slot here so that our bolt can go in nicely. Okay. Make sure that this one goes through. Okay, that's good. Okay, snug it and we'll torque it. Okay, torque will be 27 foot-pound. Okay, that's good. Now we're gonna go to our engine bay and install our lower portion of the shaft. Okay, so now let's try to line this up. Kinda tricky here because the joint itself from this rack, that's a fixed position, so we need to hold that shaft, and the one that we just replaced, we need to push it in, so it's kinda difficult, especially using this one hand. So I need something to hold that. My pry bar will fit there. Okay. No. That's slippery, so okay, let's try this again. I just changed gloves right now so that I can have a good grip on that. What's better? Is it better to install this first? Or I can... This is not lined up correctly. Okay, I'm gonna try this with no gloves. Almost there. Okay, that's good. Yeah, it's very good. I'm happy. So I just need to pull one more. Okay, there you go. I felt that. Okay, that's good. I just use a sandpaper to have a good grip on that shaft. And also you'll see on this old one here, you can see there's a slot at the end. Make sure that's flush on the joint there going to the steering rack, right? So that's good. Trick there, just use sandpaper to pull down that shaft. And by the way, I forgot our part number for bolt, universal joint bolt. That's our part number. So I'm just gonna install this bolt here. Okay. Okay, let's see here. I'm using my electronic one. This is the gearing system on the ratchet of the torque wrench is too coarse. This one, I think it's more finer. Let's see if this will work. Come on, man. You know what? Let me remove this. Okay, there. Okay, there. You heard the beep. That's very tight there to use a torque wrench. So that's done. So that's where our location of our bolt is. I don't know if you guys can see. I think you won't see because there's a pipe there. There, you guys see that? That's our location of the bolt for universal joint. Yeah, so I'm gonna put everything back together on that trim piece, our knee airbag, and let's retest it and see if we can hear that noise. We should not be hearing that noise now because it's a brand new component in there. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, I don't hear that. That's good. Okay, so there you go, guys. If you have a weird steering wheel noise, especially while turning, right? There's like a grinding, and you will hear it's like an interior noise. So just isolate it if it's on that joint itself that we replace. Yeah, just replace that whole thing. Maybe you can try lubricating it first. At least you can isolate that if it's that noise is the cause, and you lubricate it and the noise is gone. So at least you're in the right component, right? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time. Thank you for watching.